Hello 583 students, this is Amy Garrett Dickers, your instructor for the course. I wanted to take a couple minutes to talk you through the Module 1 so that you know your tasks. This module is 2 weeks long and there are 2 due dates in the module, and I've separated your tasks by when they are due. So you'll see that here on the task list. You also see that the task list, as much as possible, aligns with the order of the actual tasks in the module, so that you should be able to just check things off as you go through them. So in this module, we're really getting an introduction to class, introduction to me, introduction to the current situation of education in the U.S., as we're starting to focus our energies on international education and comparative education. So the first set of tasks 1 through 7 here are due on Tuesday, January 16th, which is a week from now. So first, view my Prezi. This is about my own international experiences and foci. This is what I call my global intro. Then I want you to create your own global intro using any multimedia tool, and then post a link to that into the discussion board. Please do not, if you create a video that's a couple hundred megabytes, please do not upload that video itself. You can upload the video if it's less than 10 minutes to YouTube and then provide the link. You can also use many different tools to create your multimedia. This screen capture is created with Screencast-O-Matic, which you can use and then upload to YouTube, which is how I use it in class. You can do Adobe Spark. There are many different you can do Animoto. There are many different things that you can do. PowerPoint is fine, but if your PowerPoint is huge, then you need to go through the process of converting it into a smaller format so that we can actually download it. Many people access the files from the wireless connections, and then it takes forever to download them so we can actually open them. So if at all possible, provide a link to a web-based source for your multimedia tool. Please read over the course syllabus and the course calendar. There are screen capture overviews for both of those in the Blackboard site, as well as an overview of how I organize the course site, because every online instructor does so slightly differently or very differently. So you can see there, and as I talk you through how I've organized the site and what some specific aspects of the Blackboard site are that I will use often. Please make sure you go ahead and order the required textbook. There's one required textbook that everybody will read, and then you have a choice later on in the semester. You don't have to buy the second book yet, and you may actually want to wait until you get further into the content of the course before you decide which of the second books you want to buy and read. We'll talk more about that as the semester goes on. There are more than 3, actually. I'm going to make a change to that. Read the articles about global students and global citizenships that are provided. There are articles for K-12 perspective, as well as 2 articles from the higher ed perspective, or education in general and the higher education perspective. Please read all of them. If you're K-12, please don't just read the K-12 work. If you're higher ed, please don't just read the higher ed. We're going to be looking across the whole spectrum in this class, and then respond to your readings there in the Global Citizens Discussion Board, and there's a prompt there for you. Then in the second section of the module, I will post the results from your Global Beginning of Course Survey, which you have already completed, so you can kind of see what you're all thinking and some of the ideas that you have. Then I want you to read chapters 1 and 2 in Darlene Hammond. I've given those for you in the Blackboard site so that you can actually access them there. If you choose, you may choose that book for one of your books at the end of the semester as well. I want you to post a 5-paragraph or a 5 to 7 minute audio or video or other multimedia response to the following questions regarding those 2 chapters. So what do you think of her argument? Connect her argument with your own experiences in education. Where do you think we should focus our energies in order to improve U.S. education? And are there extensions to her argument, critiques, areas of concern, things that she's left out, things that you're still left wondering about, things that you thought were not as solid, whatever the case may be? Make sure you've bought your course textbook, and then return to the previous week's discussion on global citizens. Read a few of your peers' responses, respond to a couple, keep track of whether anyone has responded to your post as well. So if you have any questions, please use the Ask Your Question forum in the Blackboard site. You can always contact me individually, of course, but if you have a course-specific question and use the Ask Your Question forum, then perhaps one of your peers can answer you quicker than I can, or that way, if it's a course-specific question, I can answer you and everybody hears the same answer from me at the same time. If you have any questions, though, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm looking forward to getting started with the course.